When working with Python scripts, there is always room for errors that might cause the Python script to fail. To handle this, we need to understand two more keywords, try and except. I currently have the Dynamo exercise file open for this video. In this workspace, you can see that I've created a series of points. To demonstrate the use of try and except, I've substituted a point at index 0 with the boolean true. So let's see what would happen if we try to loop through each of these points and retrieve the x coordinate of each point. Let's start by plugging the list output from the list node into input 0 of the Python script and open it up. The first thing we need to do is retrieve the input. So let's assign input 0 to a variable named points, and then create an empty list which we'll later assign to. To start, let's see what happens when we simply loop through the list of points and try to retrieve the z coordinate of the point which we're looping through and append it to our list. So for point in points, output.append point.z, and then let's output the output list and hit run. You can see that we get the error bool object has no attribute z. This is as it sounds. The true boolean in the list has no z coordinate attribute. And we can see that this is an attribute error. To get around this, let's add in a try and except statement. After our loop has started, on the next line, let's add in the keyword try, followed by the colon. As this is a statement, let's tab in the next line output.append so it's part of the try statement. What this is doing is telling Python to basically try to do this. And if all goes well, that is, there are no errors, it will execute and proceed on to the next item in the loop. If there are errors inside of the try statement, we need to catch them using an except statement. An except statement also needs to be partnered with a try statement, much like an else statement needs an if statement. We put the except statement after the try statement by writing except and then colon. So if there is an error while the script executes in the try statement, it will stop and execute whatever we put inside of the except statement. So within here, let's write in output.append and then the string error no z attribute. Then go ahead and hit run. Perfect. You can see that this time where the boolean was, the point.z attribute call has failed, and therefore the except statement executed and appended the string to our list. If we want to check the error that occurred in the except statement, we can do so by using a variable. This type of variable is an exception. After the except keyword, let's add in exception and then comma e. This means if any exception occurs, store it in the e variable. So now instead of outputting error no z attribute, let's simply output e and then a call to the toString method, as the exception is an object. We need to retrieve the string value. Go ahead and hit run. Great. So you can see now we get the original error message that occurred, and that is that the bool object has no attribute z. Try and except are very useful when handling data that isn't all guaranteed to be correct. It allows our scripts to be more flexible by handling errors within the script, rather than having the node crash if something goes wrong.